is a great anime music video on YouTube of Soul Eater and This Is Halloween from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and that is probably like the best AMV ever made. It perfectly captures the flair of Soul Eater, so if you want to know what it's about without actually knowing what Soul Eater is about, you should go watch that. If I can find that video, I will leave a link for it down below. But onto my Soul Eater wrap-up slash, I guess it's kind of a first impression. I'm going to talk about the first volume, which I have right here, and then give you a little bit of non-spoiler-y stuff for the next section, or for the rest of the series. So Soul Eater Volume 1 is mostly the prologue. It introduces you to the 7 main characters. There are 3 teams. There are 3 teams, each with a Meister and a weapon. The first team is Manga and Soul. Manga is the one right here, and Soul is the one coming out of the side. The witch you see is actually a cat named Blair. And basically the job of the Meister and weapon are to eat corrupted souls like Jack the Ripper, which you see Manga doing in the first chapter. And then they have to consume 99 bad souls and 1 witch soul. Doing this will make them a jet scythe, which will make them a super powerful weapon that can be used in the fight against evil. The second team is Blackstar and Tsubaki, but this is what you get for their profile picture. Just Blackstar making an autograph. So, you know. Blackstar is an orphaned ninja who dreams of surpassing God, and his partner Tsubaki has the talent for actually becoming multiple weapons, a rare talent among weapons, usually like Soul or Liz and Patty, who are the other weapons. They only can become a single weapon, but Tsubaki can become any ninja weapon. And then the last pair is Death the Kid and Liz and Patty. Death the Kid is the son of Shinigami, who is the principal of the school that they attend, and Liz and Patty are his partners, and it starts out with them needing to take remedial courses because they have all messed up in some way. Soul fails to consume the 100th soul as the 100th soul that Soul eats. I know it's very confusing. A character named Soul who eats souls. Who is a soul eater? I can't even do the joke right. Blackstar is just very rambunctious. He fails to kill his witch and gets beat up, and Kid has OCD and fails to defeat his villain because the villain is perfectly symmetrical and therefore perfectly beautiful and therefore cannot be killed. And because of this, they all end up in remedial courses, which just set them on the path to facing every single villain that this story has them doing. They get a remedial lesson, which puts them in the path of the first villain, who subsequently dominoes fall, and then just because that they've been exposed to the first one, they have to deal with the next one, and the next one, and the next one, until they end up having to basically go into the final battle where they have to save the world. You know, just your typical school day. Just, you know, go save the world. No big deal. So what I love about Soul Eater is that the characters are quirky, but they do manage to grow. They're not just one-dimensional. They do develop and overcome their different problems to a certain extent. They either learn to share when they cannot share, or that, oh my god, cat, you're gonna knock that over. Every time I film a video, my cats just like try to destroy my setup. They'll just like walk under the tripod and just, you know, everywhere. So the characters are quirky, but they do grow, and the villains, they're just so crazy. It literally is, like I said, if you watch that video of This Is Halloween set to this anime, it literally is the perfect flavoring for what you are getting when you're walking into this series. I don't really want to spoil too much, but one of the villains is actually Madness. And, you know, having to fight Madness is not an easy task. There's no romance in this. There is friendship and there is, like, growing up, but there's no, like, relationship drama. Well, there's a relationship drama, but different kinds of relationships, not boyfriend-girlfriend, which is so refreshing. And Soul Eater has one of my favorite characters of all time. Like, you can make this put this character in anything and just watch everyone kind of go a little bit crazy. That is the weapon Excalibur. Yes, that's right, King Arthur's sword. Just, he's so annoying. It's amazing how annoying he is. So amazing. This is one of the best manga that I have finished. If you want something funny, this is funny. If you want something dark, this is dark. It just has a nice flavoring of everything. Like most manga, however, I will say the first couple volumes, like, it doesn't know what genre it wants to be, so it does get very ecchi at times, which basically translate to scandalous. There's some pretty risque pictures, but that happens in almost every first volume of a fantasy style manga, because they don't know if they're going to be the risque kind of fantasy or like the serious fantasy. And it does get toned down, so if it's too much for you in the first book, you don't really have to worry about it for too much in the rest of the manga. Like I said, this is mostly the prologue. I think like it starts here and then the prologue, like this right here, that is the prologue of introducing the 3 characters, and this is how much you get of like the actual story in the first volume. Soul Eater is 25 volumes, which is about average for a fantasy manga, so it is really good. Yeah, I would totally recommend this one. Read it. Alright, so if you like what I do, go ahead and give this video a like. If you want to see more of my content, go ahead and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Until next time, TTYL.